A bad date? Flooded pipes? A kidnapped woman? What's gonna happen next? Hi everybody, welcome back to Storytime with Miss Jenny, where I'm continuing our journey through the wonderful Super Mario Bros. The Movie Junior novelization. As you have been aware, we are chugging along and we are starting chapter 6 today. What's going to happen? Are they going to find Daniela after she's been kidnapped? Will they fix the pipes at the excavation site? Let's find out. 20 minutes later, they returned to the site with a sleepy-looking Mario. Daisy led the way. How long were they hanging out in the tunnels where Mario took Daniela all the way home, then he went home and then got sleepy? Like, how long were they together? Because reading it, it seemed like they were only together for like 2 minutes. Just asking the deep questions here. Down here, she cried, "Hurry!" The water on the pump room floor was already ankle deep and rising. Mario splashed through and kneeled next to the silenced sub pumps, surveying the damaged. I don't know what an eeler wrench is. Eeler wrench? Eeler wrench, he shouted, holding his hand out like a surgeon. Thwop! Luigi slapped the eeler wrench into his brother's hand. Mario fit the wrench over the large bolt and held out his hand again. Crescent wrench. No, make that a Cumberland gauge. Thwop. The gauge hit Mario's hand. A moment later, Mario held out his hand again. Hand. Luigi didn't hesitate. He slapped his hand into Mario's and held tight as his brother leaned down into the mud and muck. Is that safe? Daisy asked nervously. Piece of cake, Luigi winked at her. My brother knows his stuff. They were too busy to notice 2 faint flashlights beams coming from deeper in the tunnel. There, a dejected Iggy and Spike trudged up towards the surface. Wrong girl again, Spike groaned. How many does that make? 5, Iggy replied. 0 for 5, Spike said. What percentage is that? They both thought a while. I don't know, Iggy said finally. But whatever it is, it ain't good. Spike nodded. I'm telling you, if we don't find that girl, he's gonna kill us. He won't kill us. He's not that nice. Oh, dang. Suddenly, Iggy grabbed Spike's arms and stopped. His nostrils flared. Smell that? Up ahead. It's her. They doused their thin flashlights and moved stealthily through the darkened tunnels. Daisy was so busy watching the Mario Brothers that she didn't notice they had company. Thunk, thunk. Iggy and Spike each cracked a brother on the head. Mario and Luigi slumped unconscious over the sump pumps. Daisy felt 2 pairs of hands grab her. She kicked and screamed, but Iggy and Spike held tight as they dragged her further down the tunnel. Thank goodness that they, fell over those pipes, because if they fell into the water, they could have drowned. That would have been really bad. That'd be game over for the Super Mario Brothers. You know? Luigi opened his eyes and rubbed the sore spot on the back of his neck. He had a throbbing headache. Mario was slumped over the pump beside him. But where was Daisy? Daisy! He shouted, jumping to his feet. Daisy! There was no answer. Luigi quickly grabbed his brother and helped him up. What happened? Mario said groggily. Before Luigi could answer, they heard a cry in the distance. Hey! Get that tongue away from me. Ew. Guys. This is a book for children. This book's for children. That's Daisy. Luigi gasped, pointing up the tunnel. Let's go. This way. He started to run, but Mario grabbed him. No. It's this way, he said, pointing deeper into the tunnel. That way? Luigi looked confused. Trust me on this, Mario assured. I spend my life with an ear to the pipes and tubes like this. I know what I'm talking about. They started down the tunnel, but soon came to a dead end. The brothers were surrounded by walls of rock on 3 sides. This way, you said. Luigi glared at Mario. Trust you, you said. I could have sworn it came from down here, Mario said, looking around helplessly. Then they heard it again, only more distant this time. Leave me alone, you reptiles. Mario and Luigi stared at each other in disbelief. Daisy's cries seemed to come from inside the rock wall. Luigi walked up to the rock as if he were trying to see through it. Are you crazy? Mario asked. The rock wall began to ripple. Suddenly, Daisy's frightened face appeared in the rock, and her hands reached out towards Luigi. Luigi, she cried. Mario and Luigi couldn't believe their eyes. Luigi lunged toward the rock to pull Daisy out, but managed to only grab the cone-shaped stone hanging around her neck. Then hands of rock reached out and yanked Daisy back in. Luigi pounded his fists against the rock. The next thing Mario knew, Luigi was sucked right into the rock wall. Hey, Luigi, hey! Mario started pounding and kicking the rock frantically. Thwomp! A second later, he was sucked in too. Bye-bye, Brooklyn. Mario was tumbling, floating weightlessly through rainbows of muted colors. Suddenly, he landed on something hard and rough. He looked around and found Luigi sitting next to him. They heard scuffling sounds and turned just in time to see Daisy being dragged off by Spike and Iggy. There she is, Luigi shouted, jumping up. Come on, Mario, run! A moment later, Luigi and Mario were no longer in the tunnel. Instead, they were on a ramp above a square of some kind of city. There were buildings and streets and crowds of people rushing around. No! Daisy's voice echoed distantly through the air. The brothers ran towards her, but their path was blocked by throngs of people trying to get around a subway tunnel under construction. Finally, they lost sight of her. Mario and Luigi stopped and looked around. What is this? Mario asked. I don't know, Luigi replied. I ain't been to Manhattan for a couple of weeks. Mario noticed that the buildings around them were crumbling and covered with a slimy yellow fungus. Looks like this has been a bad couple of weeks, he said, touching the yellow stuff. This is disgusting. Suddenly, Luigi saw Daisy on the street, below being dragged through the crowds by 2 guys. Mario, look, it's Daisy. I remember those 2 guys, Mario said. They were hanging around the phone booth when Daisy made that call. So now you know. Now you notice you've been stalked. Fine. Daisy spotted them. Luigi, Mario, she cried as Iggy and Spike dragged her towards the waiting taxi cab. We're coming, Luigi shouted. They tried to run down a stairway, but it was too crowded. Finally, Luigi grabbed the ramp railing and tried to vault over it, but it was covered with slippery fungus. He and Mario stumbled over the edge and fell into an empty fountain. You okay? Luigi asked his brother. Yeah, fine, Mario said, patting his rear end. I got some padding. What about you? Damn. Well, I mean, if you know that you're a bigger boy with the apple bottoms. I'm okay, Luigi said. He was looking at a giant poster for some guy called Koopa, the environmentalist. Mario climbed out of the fountain. You see Daisy? He asked. No, Luigi said. Two creatures were snarling at him from the middle of the fountain. They looked like giant rats crossed with lizards. Luigi jumped out. Gee, where are we? He gasped, realizing now how strange this place really was. Just about every flat surface was covered with brightly colored graffiti. Steam hissed out of the vents, and glowing neon signs advertised tattoo parlors, the Boom Boom Bar, and something called Thwomp Stompers. There were ramps running in every direction, and a huge metal bucket hanging by chains at the center of the square. A vendor pushed a food cart towards them. As the brothers watched, amazed, he slid a hot-cooked lizard onto a hot dog bun and waved it at them. Hey, gents, get your soiled, spiny burger here. I got fried tweeters for 20 coupons. Or maybe you prefer little wigglers? They're only 15. Their coupons are spelled with a K, like for Koopa. So it's like coupons. I love that. Whatever we are, we're gonna have to be really hungry to eat that stuff, Barry said nervously. Maybe it's Manhattan of the future, Luigi said. Maybe we were just knocked unconscious for 100 years or something. Or maybe it's the Bronx of today, Maria replied. No wonder they tell you never go up there. Luigi scratched his head. Maybe it's a parallel dimension. Like an alternative world to ours, sharing the same space as us, but totally unreachable except by tunnel and then liquid rock. Mario stared at Luigi. I think you've been playing too many video games. Even Luigi had to shrug. I know it's a stretch. Little did he know. Dot, dot, dot. And that's the end of chapter 6. When did Luigi get so smart? Like, how did he know that they were in parallel dimensions? How have I never heard the term coupon for King Koopa's currency my entire life? It's insane. I hope you guys are enjoying this story time with Miss Jenny, because I am Miss Jenny. In case you haven't figured it out. We are almost halfway through the book. I'm glad that we finally got to the Koopa Kingdom, I suppose. It is very different than what we know and love from the video game. It's more seedy, I suppose, and disgusting. What's going to happen next? Are they going to find where Daisy is being taken? Is Daisy even the right girl? Did Spike and Iggy finally do what they were supposed to do this whole entire time? Maybe. Who knows, actually. And what about Daniela and those other girls that they took? Are they going to find them? Join us next time for a story time with me, where I'm going to continue to read the Super Mario Brothers movie, not junior novelization. You know, I have a tiny collection of junior novelizations. Maybe I'll let you guys pick which one we do next. Alright. Have a great night or day or morning, I guess. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.